Man, I know y'all probably like new scenery. Yeah, it's new scenery just for right now. Just right now because it's raining outside. I really can't do the outside content that I usually do because it's raining outside, but it's all good. We're gonna work with what we got. Still gonna get a video out for y'all. So let's get right into it. We're not gonna waste any time. Life comes to you with a lot of trials and tribulations, as we all know, which we see from day to day. We witness it day to day in our lives, and ultimately there be points in time where you get to thinking that the present moment is not where you need to be, right? Or that you need to be further along. And I know how that is because I have my moments where I feel like that, right? Where I'm like, I need to be better, or I need to be in a better position, or I'm not as well off as I should be, right? Or as I would want to be, if that makes sense. Because should is just more of like I need to be there, like I'm supposed to be there. Nobody's supposed to be somewhere unless they deserve it. But with that being said, I have my moments too where I'm just sitting there like, I just need to be further along, right? And we just gotta take a step back sometimes and realize that like we're just living the journey right now, right? Like, yes, it might be hard right now. Yes, this might not be the ideal situation that we would want to be in, but we're living the plot, right? We're going through the plot of the story, right? This is our story. Each and every day we wake up, we're writing a new page in the book of our story, of where we're trying to go, or trying to just build that path to success. And I know it's a lot of times you have people telling you too that like you're doing great, because you have your friends and your family. For me too, like have friends and people around me, family, friends, and they're just like, yeah, you're doing good. Like, you're working, you got your job, you're getting your income, you got your car, you know what I'm saying? You're doing it yourself, you're getting better. But I'm just, in my mind, I'm like, man, I'm not even halfway where I want to be at yet, not even quarter way where I want to be at yet. Just where I have my mind and vision, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm such a broad thinker, I'm such a person who just wants to achieve more and what's just set out for me, or what it just others are doing, and not even on a cocky level, on just I'm very passionate about myself and passionate about where I want to be at, if that makes sense. I just like to achieve more, that's just what I have in mind. I have a lot of things in mind that I want to accomplish, that I want to do, and like I just feel like if I don't accomplish them right now, or if I don't accomplish them soon, that I'm failing, you know what I'm saying? And I know that's how it is for a lot of people when they're going through this situation where they feel like the present moment is not where they need to be. It's just like, man, if I don't get it done now, or if I'm not where I need to be now or soon, it's over, it's wraps. I can't do that no more, or I'm not going to be able to do it no more. And we just got to sit down and think and just be like, we have time, right? Not necessarily all the time in the world, right? Like, don't get that mistaken and just go and do whatever you want to do for God knows how much time, and then just come back and be like, oh, I had time, Not necessarily saying like you got time, but like you still want to have that sense of urgency, but like you got time to figure it out, if that makes sense. You have time to figure it out and get to that point, and as long as you're working, it's gonna eventually get there, Yes, it would be nice to be where you want to be right now. Like, anybody would want that. If they told me right now, do you want to live your dream life? I'd definitely be like, yes. But at the same time, that's not how life works. You just got to sit back and buckle up for the ride, if that makes sense, and just get your head locked into the game. And as long as you're locked in, you're going to eventually get to where you want to get at. And a lot of people, what they don't realize too, is that this little part of the journey, because this is, like I said earlier, this is just part of the plot, part of the story. This little part of the story, your plot, or all these things leading up to you building that success eventually, is what makes the success feel better. Because a lot of times you'll see people who will be like, who are famous, right, or who have some form of status, they'll be like, dang, the hard times was better. Not in a sense of like they felt better, but like they're better because of the problems that you didn't have to deal with, right, when you get up there. But that's kind of off topic of what I was saying initially. What I was saying initially is that a lot of the things you're doing right now, or you're going through right now, those what makes that feeling better once you get to that success. Because once you get to that success, you start to enjoy it, and you start to remember all the things you're like, oh, I remember I couldn't even buy this at one point, you know, now I can buy it. That's when, you know, the success feels good, because you're like, dang, I'm doing the things that I didn't even think I could do. I'm doing the things that at one point I couldn't afford, or I didn't have the time to do because I had to go do other things, or I had to go work in order to provide for myself. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes a success better, is when you had to go through all those trials and tribulations. So every time you just feel like the present moment is not where you need to be, or every time you feel like, oh, I just need to be further along or better off, just remember that all of this is gonna make it to where when you get that success, or when you get to where you want to be at in life, it feels better, because then you can reminisce on these times, you know. And it's best when you're going through it with your friends too, friends and family too, because once you guys get out of that down period, or that frame of time where you guys are not doing so well, you guys can look back at it and laugh and be like, dang, like we really had to go through that, but we got through it, you know what I'm saying? And now we can enjoy the luxuries that we have, or the luxuries that we have made for ourselves. And a lot of times I gotta tell myself too that right now is just part, you know, it's part of the journey. This is what I need. This is where I need to be in order to get to that success. So it's okay for at times to get in that mindset to where you feel like you're not in the right present moment, but you also got to be able and mentally sound enough to be like, okay, yes, I know this is not where I want to be right now, but it's okay, you know. We're building right now, we're getting somewhere, and as long as we're building and getting somewhere each and every day, it's gonna be pay off, you know. It's gonna pay off in the end. But y'all let me know down below in the comments, like, do you guys feel that way sometimes, or do y'all feel that way at points in time? And let me know what else you guys want me to talk about in the next upcoming videos. Anything that you guys want me to speak on, just let me know down below in the comments. And y'all make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and we're gonna be on to the next vid.